The kind of party that I'm talking about is the kind of party that happens in the most beautiful way in each one of your lives. To forget all those things that don't mean anything. To forget all those things that are so trivial in our lives. And to remember that one thing that is the most important thing. Then that day, you have begun to celebrate existence. Existence is not a joke. Existence is not something that you can just say, well, it just happens to be happening to me, so I don't know what to do. Yesterday, I was watching this documentary. It was about parks. And in that documentary, they were talking about how people used to come and sit down in these parks and watch the world go by. And it hit me. Have I got not something better to do in my life? Where the most precious thing is taking place, the most precious thing is taking shape. I am here, I exist, I have been given this gift. And when do I open my arms and start accepting it? When do I open myself? Me. As a human being, as an individual, as a person on this planet Earth. I don't know what that means. But I do know that it means something to be alive. It means something to be given this gift so that I can breathe, that I can exist. And I look for something profound. I look at a sunset and I go, wow, that's incredible. I look at a sunrise and I go, isn't that special? I look at shooting stars and I go, incredible. And what about my breath? As it comes in, do I also open up and say, unbelievable, unbelievable? Because you can explain why there's a shooting star. But how do you explain this breath that comes in and out of you? How do you explain? Because this is all about knowing. This existence is all about knowing. This existence is all about being conscious. This is what being alive means. Don't you see? This is why you have this body. This is why you have this brain. This is why you have these eyes. This is why you have these perceptions. This is all about being alive. This is all about being conscious. This is all about being real. This isn't about fantasy. There is no fantasy involved here. Touch something hot. Ouch. Instant. Not like some computer comes up and says, do you think it was hot? And I tell you, this is the way the world is going. It's so frustrating. What do you think? This is what the world wants to know. What do you think? 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 And the next thing you know, people are ready to kill each other on the road. Road rages happen. Incredible things happen. Man does not see the value of another man. A person does not see a value of another person. A country does not see the value of another country. Life means nothing. And all why? Incredible frustration. Why? don't know what it means to be alive. What does it mean to be conscious? What does it mean to be clear? What does it mean to be able to see? What does it mean to perceive? What does it mean to be content? Content. What does it mean to be happy? Happy as you can be. This is your reality. This is real stuff. This is not a fantasy. This is not a computer saying, are you happy? Do you think you are happy, or are you really happy? No. You are the flower in this garden. You are the flower in this garden. Open your petals and receive. Receive what is being given to you so freely. Receive what is being given to you so beautifully every day. Not through ideas. Don't try to gather reality with gloves of ideas. This is what people do. Oh, I don't know if I want to touch reality, I'll put these gloves on. Then I don't know what I'm picking up. Is it fake? Is it real? I can't touch, I can't feel. I don't understand. This heart that has been given to you. When will you learn how to use it? When will you really not be afraid for the passion you have? Because you have a passion. You have a passion to appreciate. You have a passion for that joy. When will you let it manifest? How shy are you going to be? How reserved are you going to be in this life? You walk on 2 feet, and yet you don't know where you are going. That's not life. That's not existence. Existence is for that person who gets up and he knows why he's getting up. You know, there are so many people in this world who definitely know where they don't want to be, but they don't know where they do want to be. If people could only know where they do want to be, and hopefully that's the place where they're not, they would not have to worry about where they don't want to be. But when you only have one certainty, which is where you know where you don't want to be, but don't know where you do want to be, every time you step out of the door, you come right back in. Because you don't know where to go. Sound familiar? This is one of those genuine inspirations. One day I started thinking about it. Wow. Need to know where I do want to be. Then it's clear. Ask the mind, where do you want to be? And it'll say, well, let's think about it. Ask the heart, where does it want to be? And it's very clear to be in that place of contentment, in that place of reality, in that place where I can be. That's it. Then if that's where I want to be, I can be. That's the good news. That's the news that came. Because this is about the heart. This is about knowing. This is about contentment. This is about that revelation in your life of turning that leaf, of turning that page and going, yes. Yes, this book is empty, and yes, I'm going to begin writing. And here I go. Too many people sit there and they say, well, let me read the whole book first. You know, you don't get to turn the pages prematurely in this book. Every page auto-turns for you that day. Then it's turned again, and you get the next day. And then the next day comes after that, a page turns. And what do you find? What do you find? After each one of those days, what do you find? It was empty. I could have written something on it. I could have written something on it. I could have written from the sincerest part of my being a thank you, because I felt that gratitude. Thank you for this beautiful reality, because I know it is real. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this existence. Thank you for this understanding. Thank you for this compassion. Thank you for this clarity. Not in quantities, but even a slither of it is enough. Would you believe that that moment that you have clarity in your life, that when you feel that compassion, that it is the manifestation of that most incredible being, because the feeling is so amazing. Nothing like it in the world. That when you understand what it means to be conscious, and you are conscious, that that feeling is divine. That when you feel mercy in your life, that it is an exceptional, nothing like it. That when you feel love, not towards somebody. Now that's not what I'm talking about. Love. That when you feel contentment, that these are incredible manifestations of the most supreme thing, not by definition perhaps, but because it is self-evident. Self-evident. And for me, no doors, no bars. If I want that feeling, I can have it. I can have it. It's not like I have to throw in some combination. It's not like I have to read a formula. It's not like I have to climb a mountain. It's not like I have to say a ritual mantra. No, I can have it. That I can turn within, that I can start understanding the preciousness of this existence, that this dance is so simple that yes, I can dance. I can dance to this dance. This is not complicated. I think, it's like I see all these nifty dancers. They can twist this part of their body and not twist that part of their body, and they can do this and they can do that. And I say, well, gee, maybe I can't do that. Or I look silly doing that. And then when I understand that this dance is the most private of the dance, and nobody watches, that this dance is real, that this dance is for me, this dance is my expression, my expression. In that gratitude, in feeling thankful for this life, in feeling thankful for this life. What can I say? The same way. When that gratitude comes out of you, to be thankful for this life, you can't help everything to stop for that moment, and it becomes endless. Because it's real. Because it's true. Because it's sincere. Everything else is changeable. It's changeable by nature. Will change. Everything. Everything. Little flower, bloom with your might. Do your thing. Do your thing. No pretense that you will last forever. No pretense that you will never change. And yet, for the few hours, for the few days that you have, glow. Do your thing. Open. Fill the air with fragrance, your little fragrance. In that moment, that is the only moment in which you are not insignificant. Do you realize how much air there is? The volume of air on this planet Earth. It's mind-boggling. And yet you know that little tiny flower is able to touch that air and perfume it. Not all of it, but touch it and perfume it with its scent. That has to be an incredible miracle. Incredible miracle. And that very thing that may make you dry and make you shrivel up will also give you that power to shine your colors. Shine. Do your thing. Be in that breath, be in that existence, be in that beauty, be in that reality. Don't try to figure out tomorrow. Tomorrow is so far away. Yesterday has already left you. Let it go. Let it go. Yesterday does not want to be a part of you. It wants to sail on. Then let it go. And in this moment called now, the sun is shining. So shine bright with it. It's amazing, isn't it? The clouds come, the sun does not shine, everything takes on that grayish tinge. And then for that moment that the clouds clear and the sun begins to shine, everything turns bright. Everything. The vibrancy. This is as simple as it is. And in every breath, find your sunshine. In every breath, find your sunshine. Because there is a sunshine. There's an incredible sunshine. And it'll rain. Yes, it'll rain. And yes, the clouds will come. But then there's the sunshine. And the sun will shine. And it is shining in your life. The gift was bestowed, the gift was given. Now it needs to be accepted. Become worthy of this life. So nobody's going to tell you that. Become worthy of this life. Become worthy of this, and become worthy of that, and become worthy of this, and become worthy of this. award and become worthy of this post and become worthy of this position. And I'm telling you, listen, just become worthy of this life. Become worthy of each breath. Become worthy of each breath. And you don't even know how many you take, much less talk about being worthy of each one of them. But this is how it is. To bring my potential of being happy, of being content to the fullest, reminding me that there is the most incredible instrument played every time I take this breath, that every moment in my life there is something wonderful that is happening. How do you get the student to practice that all day long? It's not a well, that's not right, it's not right, it's not right, it's not right. Because it is the perfect instrument that plays. This isn't about teaching somebody how to play violin. This is about how to appreciate what already is playing with it inside of you. This is Appreciation Class 101. Appreciation. To be alive, to have this heart, and to understand, to become worthy of each one of the gifts that is bestowed upon us in this existence. Then the balance has been struck. Then you came and you were given and you accepted, and your bag and your heart, your bowl was filled, and you are. And it's simple. Nothing was wasted, nothing was thrown away, nothing was given away. It was deserved. Everything was put right. All balances were correct. That one seed fell in that one place. That one seed fell in that one place, in that entire jungle, in that entire forest, and it was the right place. The right place. And it fell, and it germinated, and it grows, and it will succeed. Now, how big do you think some of the seeds of a tree are? Maybe this big, this big, this big? And in the millions and millions and millions of acres, that one little place where it was going to work. Where it was going to work. Good news. You're that little place. You are that little place where that seed's going to work. Fallen, it will germinate because the place has been tended to. The water is there. It is ready. It is ripe. It is ready to receive that gift of existence. Existence doesn't begin the day you were born. Existence begins the day you recognize existence. The day you were born, you were simply able to go wah now. Before that, you couldn't do that. Now you're born, you're out, wah, move your legs, do this, do that, ta 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 ta. Now we're talking about that consciousness, that expression. This is nothing small. This is nothing shy of being amazingly monumental. This is a huge ticket, it really is. This is about consciousness, this is about that feeling, this is about this heart, this is about every moment. So here you are. Here you are. I don't know whatever you went through since last time we saw each other. I don't know. Sure, some of it was good, and I'm sure some of it was bad. Variety scattered. Some of you understood a little bit more, and some of you forgot more than you understood. Forgetting is an art. Definitely you should use it. It's an art. Forget the right things. And remembering is an art. Remember the right things. It's an art. You know, you get all upset because you can't remember somebody's name. Or you can't remember somebody's phone number. You know, the people, it's like, you know, they look at the person and their brain just goes into hyperdrive. It's like, I know this face, I know this face. What's his name? 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 And you don't know. And more you try, the more you don't know. And do you know that's the reason why people put those badges? So that other people can know your name, so that, you know, they don't have to be put in that embarrassing position to go, what's your name again? Only for one reason, so that they can actually refer to you like they have known you all your life. In reality, they'll forget it. What will you remember? What will you remember? Your name? What is your name? Then it echoes in every breath. That's your name. That's your real name. Remember that. Everything else, so much garbage we carry around, you know? So much garbage. All these things we really don't need to remember, we do remember. Learn the art of forgetting and learn the art of remembering. Remember to take full advantage of every day that you have been given and play this instrument like it has never been played before, and allow yourself to be blissed out in its tones, in its quality, in its sound, in its magnificence, because it is magnificent. Now, what's so special about you? Now, I'll tell you. You know, this is the word we, and everybody uses it way too much. No, no, no. This is about you. You, just you. You too are an instrument, and uniquely made. And your tone, you see, your tone is just yours. Doesn't matter what you look like. You may look like somebody, but the tone is uniquely yours. So don't hide in this orchestra of life and say, well, nobody will hear me. No, you need to play, because it is also your tone in that expression of gratitude that makes this symphony complete. Your tone. Your tone. It's unique. Always will be. And this is the message that comes again and again to touch the heart of the people. And when it does, maybe you haven't climbed a mountain, but you understand something. And what you understand is good. And slowly, maybe, even if it is for a fraction of a second, the heart begins to fill with the gratitude, and you understand. And you get to savor, and you get to smell that little flower growing amongst the millions and millions of acres of everything else. And you understand the understanding of this breath. And in that moment, there are no questions. And in that moment, there's only answers. And that's cool. That's really cool. That's really, really beautiful. Because you understand. Not some doctrine that has been poured into your head, not somebody who's come along and said, believe this because it's written here, here, and here. No. This is what I've been saying at so many of the events. Don't just listen to me. First, if I say that I have the key, well, go find the door. What if there isn't a door? What are you going to do with the key? So go find the door. And second, make sure it's locked. Why go chasing a key? Because that just becomes another, then you're just satisfying another concept. Oh yes, I need a key. Well, what if there isn't a door? What are you going to do with the key? What if there is a door but it's not locked? What are you going to do with the key? Why do you want to be chasing a key? So find the door. Second, make sure it is locked. And third, make sure it takes a key, has a keyhole in it. Then come, receive the key, put it in the door, and see if it opens. A lot of people, it's like, huh? Yeah. Know that there is a door. Don't take anybody's word for it. That yes, there is something more in this life than all your little rabbits and bunny rabbits and rats and dogs and everything else you've got yourself surrounded by, that there is a little more than that. Is that too much to ask? No. Because how many people are there who are like, yes, everything is so cushy, and inside of them there is a volcano ready to blow up. And it does. Nobody is going to look at what's going on to say, look at what's been happening. People going into a school, going into these places, and just spread, little kids. And it's like, oh yeah, well, let's fix this. Let's put a metal detector. Is that going to fix it? Those little kids are getting frustrated because somebody who's taking care of them is frustrated. Somebody down the road is extremely frustrated, and believe me, frustration is one of those acidic things that perks all the way down. When the parents are happy, the children become happy. When the children are happy, the parents can become happy. There are people in this world that have kids but don't have time to raise them. Now, you think in the wild with other animals that would work for 1 minute? No. Absolutely not. So, people can put on the show. Everything is cool. I am progressive. You know, I know what it is like, all this computer email business. I know this. One, I've had it up till here with it. Two, those people who used to be productive, I find them no longer productive because they're too busy. Here I am. Check this out. I solve a very fundamental problem in people's lives. I do. I've been doing it for a long time. And yet people come to me and say, well, you know, my email doesn't work. Can you fix it? Huh? Because they're busy. Nothing else is getting done. Busy. So there is another email that has come for you. And it's not on your computer. And it is not just an electronic mail, the enlightenment mail that has come for you. That's the E. And it is in your heart. Are you going to open it or not? Open that one. The other ones, you know, there's one electronic mail package that we use, and one day I just was investigating and I got down into the depths of it and the preferences. It had this beautiful thing. It says it's a message that you can put up so that anyone who sends you the email or tries to send you the email will get this message. And the message that was already there was, I am not accepting any emails. It was already there. You didn't even have to type it up. All you had to do is just check a box. So cool. The answer is right there. The person who wrote the software left a way out. But nobody knows how to use it. So the email has come, and the email is about this breath, and the email is about this existence. And the email is about being content, and the email is about being happy. It's a wonderful email. And the new emails, they've started now. This is this age, but this email was using the incredible technology thousands of years ago. It's been around. As long as there has been a human being, there has been the passion to be fulfilled. And so far there has been that passion to be fulfilled. This email has been around. And there are those who will open it and those who do. They'll begin to live. They'll begin to live. They'll begin to exist. And that's what it's about. Because this is about our lives. This is about our existence. Not mine. Each one of us. Each one of us. Not we, but me. And that's where it begins. The day I can take on that understanding of what it means, the difference between me and us. Us is evasive. Me is responsible. And the day I understand what me means and what us means, and don't start confusing the two, then that's the day I'm ready to become a student. Study life, not as some bacteria on something, but to study life as that breath resonates, as this consciousness, as life is that has been given to us. Hopefully the message doesn't change, and hopefully those people who are receiving the message have become a little bit wiser and know what it means, rather than scratching their head. Not coming out of concept, but coming from a genuine place, from their heart. Then it's good. Let it be received.